7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings. We are back in studio. We got the whole band back together, and we are here to wrap up round 2 of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championships from Paula.
Fox Raceway.
Fox Raceway. So before we get started...
Wow, Debbie Downer.
Wow, chill the fuck out.
Wow, dude.
We'll get to your videos in a second. Anyway, before we get into that, we'll do all the paperwork here. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We are getting super close to that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I think we are 97 people away. Ooh. So if we just have like a 10th of our current subscribers, make a fake account, and do it. Like, boom, we're in.
We get to 985 and we need to start thinking about what we're going to do for that 1,000 subscriber show.
We're giving away something good.
There's nothing like fraud.
What?
Frauding subscribers, bro?
Oh, I don't care. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. We have new t-shirts. I am currently wearing one. It's got the TLR Coatings logo on the sleeve. If you would like, you like that? Yeah. Like the girl, feel the girls?
Yay.
Take it easy, buddy. It's okay. If you'd like to get one of these shirts, there is a PayPal link down below. You can go ahead and send that 25 bucks to me. It's $25 shipped, and we will get you one. And make sure to include your size in the notes. If you want to get a different kind of t-shirt, we have them on Teespring. Again, links down below. You can support us on Patreon, links down below. Or buy something on Amazon through the links down below in the description, which will all help us out.
Somebody's going to go, how many times did he say links and fucking...
Links
well, you were just giving me anxiety. You're over here just...
boom, boom. Dude, I'm getting my Cooper Webb on, my fucking boom, boom.
All right,
Twin 6 shooters.
Shooter McGavin.
So anyway,
coming to you live from Memorial Day.
What is it? Statler Boys Official?
Memorial Day right here.
Statler Boys Official? Is that what it is on Facebook?
Are we gonna?
So did you finally watch a video?
I watched one of your vlogs. Yes, I did.
Travis vlogs quite a bit. What is your feedback?
My feedback to you is it actually wasn't bad. I felt like the content was pretty good. The only critique I have is it's too long for how new you are. Long form works in certain situations, not in that. So that was 16 minutes, you need to be 10 or less.
Well, I went trail riding all weekend. There's a lot of shit to cover.
There is, but you gotta like really condense it, like boom, 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 boom. Trust me, I struggled with that in the beginning too. If you go back and watch any of my vlogs on the channel, you'll see the first ones I had, yeah, they were like 15, 20 minutes long, and then I figured that out, shortened them up.
Are we gonna do a collab on the day of the National?
I mean, we could.
I mean, since he's part of both, but I mean, if we could do a collab for both sides.
I mean, we could.
I don't know what the hell we could do, but you know.
We could.
Like I said, maybe we could follow you on your 125 All-Star adventure.
That would be cool. Yeah, actually, if we could do that, yeah, that'd be sweet.
But if you don't finish in the top 10, you're off.
It's gonna be tough.
You're off the show.
On the bike yet.
Well, Florida's coming up soon too.
And Florida's coming up. I already got that all figured out.
Are you gonna go down early, start testing her, breaking her in?
I got 1 day of testing.
You are so fucked.
This is good. You're gonna do well.
You better go ride Bell's sand track or something. Go ride
to like Bartow, bro.
Go to Bithlow if it's still open.
All right. So anyway, so wrapping up round 2, Paula. We'll start with the normal. Well, number 1, let's talk about the track. What did you guys think of the track?
I mean,
anybody like it?
I didn't like it.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of wow factor because I see it on Instagram every day.
They didn't. And a lot of people talked about this on press day, and I haven't watched a lot of the interviews, but I imagine they said the same thing after the actual day of the National. I don't know why the hell they didn't rip it as deep as they normally do. Like, it's deeper on practice day than it was for that National, and I mean, you could tell with how hard packed they got for those second motos. I'm like, dude, is this like Carlsbad?
Isn't the big bitch right now though when they tilt?
Oh, it gets
like
too
slot car.
well.
No, it's like slot car racing. One line, you can't move.
Yeah, in the morning because it's like a freeway because everybody's wide open. But dude, like that track broke down to its base after like practice was over with. There was nothing. It was done breaking down after practice was over with. And I get it. You know, they added some different booters in there. They added some different sections. Like that one after the left-hander that, what is it? Double the table or whatever that like nobody could huck because it was right out of the corner. Like what is,
Well,
I don't,
just cut the track, dude. I just did it.
yeah, there was another guy that literally cut the track and just held her wide open on his 450. I don't know. I thought the track was a joke. I think that unfortunately this is what more California tracks are going to look like, and this is what more tracks are going to look like in the future.
I was honestly surprised that there was as much elevation there as there was.
I didn't realize that either.
No.
I thought that little hip jump was sweet.
Oh yeah, at the top. Well, it wasn't
We'll get
really.
into Lawrence. He kind of leaned over that thing and down in like Tomac
Yeah.
at Glen Helen a couple years
It
ago.
wasn't really a hip jump, I don't think. I think it was like some rollers and then it like formed into a hip at the top.
You're talking about that tabletop coming down the hill?
No.
The tabletop after you come down the hill.
What?
No.
No, we're talking about the
There's
top.
like
the
uphill
tallest
whoop
hill.
kind of thing.
The staircase section? Yeah,
And
when
then
you come
it went
up?
where Lawrence went down.
Okay, yep. Oh, okay. So I thought you were talking about that little angled table after you come down the hill into the rollers.
No.
That Tomac was everybody, like the Axel
Everybody
Hodges
was
thing,
tossing
where he
off
was
it.
throwing it upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Because that was actually like a
was cool.
turning table.
And Tomac was actually throwing upside down off that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
there
didn't
was,
know
there was a
he
couple.
whipped.
I
There was a
didn't know he
couple.
whipped that
Other,
hard
there was a
ever
couple
either.
other guys that got a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Justin Hill maybe.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he got upside down, turned it backwards.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
So anyway,
Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse
oh
it.
god. So fantasy.
Head down.
I scored 363, 716 overall. Moved into 6th place in the Moto Aftermath Show TGO League.
Well,
What'd you score? I know you're behind me now.
oh man, I was like 800 and something overall or something, but I really want to thank Jordan Smith for boning me.
I picked him, but I still.
I would not pick
good.
him.
I
That was
really
good.
want to thank myself for being an idiot and picking Jeremy Smith.
That was also a dumb pick.
He had a decent qualifying lap or whatever, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm going to send an 18 handicap,
I should have
whatever.
went for the East Coast to pick him.
Whatever, well now I know, thank you. And who else got me good?
You didn't pick
I don't
Justin
know.
Hill. You picked Cole Seeley, which Cole Seeley
Cole
did well.
Seeley did good. I don't know. All I know is I picked first lap leaders, Justin Cooper and Ken Roxon.
Ah,
Oh,
and that was
horrible decision.
that was 30 points. That was super clutch. So, tell me about my horrible decision.
Well,
I wouldn't have done that.
well, I
The only rounds I do that are triple crowns.
well, I beat both of you guys by a pretty good margin. I got 447,
Great for you.
and I'm third in the league. I didn't know we had a TGO league. Nobody informed me about that. I
Yeah.
just stayed in the regular.
Did you
league.
watch
Did you watch the show last week?
No, I don't have time for that.
Okay.
Anyways, a 447, and I think I was in 255th overall for the series rank in that one. I have like 800 or 900 points total. Yeah, no, Supercross went like shit. I'm gonna whoop all you guys' ass the whole entire outdoor
It's
season.
all right, man. We
It's
got
also a lie.
we've got a few rounds.
What the hell?
I'm coming for you.
You ain't coming for shit.
I'm coming for you.
Anyways,
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna
So anyway,
pull
remember
myself out of this slump.
remember to join Moto Aftermath Show TGO League. It's down here right now. We are giving away top 3 prizes. Do you remember what we said?
What happens if we
giving
go one,
away?
two?
Oh yeah,
first-
wait, we
first
got it
place-
right here.
Yeah, first place we're gonna get some goggles. And
Yep, either
some-
100% or Leot
You still
goggles
working
and a
with that?
shirt.
Oh, yeah.
oh okay.
Set of
Wanna
lock-on
borrow?
grips or
Wanna see
shirt
the
for
boots in the
second,
car?
and a T-shirt and a sticker pack.
What happens if we go 1, 2, 3 in the league?
Then we just move to the next people down. We cannot win.
Well, I didn't expect us to win, but you know, it'd really look good if we did go 1, 2, 3.
So
in
what
a
if
row.
I make it a fake account and win? And then subscribe.
I'll find out.
I'll call your dad and ask what your address is.
Be like,
So I can't send it to you.
Be like, yeah, though. I really feel like it's a good thing that Cole won the Supercross league because I just feel that it doesn't look good if one of us doesn't win our own league.
I mean,
Like, I don't even
I
care.
started off really slow in
Like,
the
Supercross.
yeah. and
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Even if you beat me and you win our league, it at least looks good that one of us wins our own league. Because if we don't, like, it kind of makes us look, why are we talking about fantasy?
well, we're idiots.
Well, that's true.
I'm off to a slow start, but we're gonna make it happen.
East Coast. Yeah, you come back when the ruts come around.
Maybe.
Yeah, come back high
Yeah.
point. Yeah, the 2-week break.
I'm just that slow diesel dunge, getting her done over the course of 12
Golden
rounds.
rod.
Yeah, I'm the
I
golden
think
rod, buddy.
I think I'm just waiting for guys to start weeding out.
I'm waiting for the East Coast when we get the East Coast privateers. They're actually not a rod.
Okay.
Oh, we also know a little more about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no shit.
So anyway,
Like,
all right.
I
I already
Michael Pitts
stamp it. I'm already picking Osby for Redbud.
Oh god. All
I might
right.
even have to pick Crown for Red Bud.
Oh God.
Right. All right. You guys ready to move on to 250s?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get in it.
All right, let's get into it.
I could be learning, you could be yearning to see what's behind these closed doors.
All right, 250s here. We'll work through our top 10, and then we got a few honorable mentions to talk about. So 10th place,
Yo,
Hampshire.
you're gonna start giving RJ some credit?
Fuck no.
What the?
He's on his way out. I guarantee you next year he does nothing.
Bro,
Going
did
to
you
factory
see
doesn't
him?
learn
Did
about
you
it.
see
Two?
him the first?
Are
Yeah,
you
his
paying
bike
two?
broke the
He
second
looked
moto.
pretty good,
Okay.
man. He did
Okay,
good.
okay, first moto for real. Did AC?
Wow, we're coming out swinging.
I'm coming out
There we
swinging
are.
right now.
There we
Because
are.
I knew he was not going to give him credit. He's also not going to give him credit. Did your boy AC he was not able to catch him and run him down and pass him. He caught him, RJ gapped him, caught him back again, RJ rolled away
He
from him.
also couldn't catch Cooper. Dude,
He caught Cooper.
The top 5 were within 4 seconds in
But
the finish.
where was RJ at the beginning of the race?
I don't give a
He
shit.
was a little ways back.
Yeah, he caught Nichols, passed him, AC couldn't do anything with him, and RJ caught Cooper.
Of course he's doing well. He signed a deal with a different team. Next year it'll be right back to the same bullshit we've
That
been
doesn't
on.
matter though. Was RJ Hampshire not
Isn't
the
this, how it
fastest guy?
always, isn't this how it always goes though?
He was
guys?
the fastest guy the
Does this
first
take
race.
him out of the top 8 in points?
What's up?
Does this take him out of top 8 in points?
Whoa.
I have no idea, to be honest with
Did you
you.
tone down
Well,
that
I
vibrator?
mean,
you
if
got
he
going
ain't an
on over
all-star next week, I'm in.
I know, right, dude?
there? Nope, I'm out.
Cole, do you get what I'm saying? That first moto, dude, he was throwing down faster lap times by 2 seconds at the
He
end of that
looked good.
first
I was
moto.
really surprised because I don't really pay attention to him. 'cause
And that's
I
not
think
his type of track.
His style is lame and not
Yeah, no, I don't
cool,
like it. But that's not his type of track. He's a sand
Kinda
guy.
douchey.
But all I'm saying is that first moto, he was faster than everybody
look
by a good margin at
He
the end
looked
of that
very
moto.
good. Where was he running in the second one?
Dude, bike issues. I think after like that third, I think he got into the top 10 because he had a terrible start with everybody else. Because I think he didn't get caught up in the gate.
The gate like shuddered.
Yeah, he didn't get caught up in that, but I think it was one of those things that it messed with his reaction time, and then he was just shit off the line. I think he was outside the top 10 on lap 1. He got in the top 10, and then he had bike
Like
issues.
him and Sexton were going at it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that gate shuttered so bad that like most of the guys said they didn't push it the first lap because they thought it was going to get red flagged.
Look, I'm not saying that he's going to all of a sudden start winning motos, but you can't deny the fact that that first moto.
Okay, great. He got a second. Awesome. Covington also got 10th in the first moto.
What's your point? AC won the second moto. What's your point?
Everyone can have a good single moto.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't give people enough credit when they have a good moto.
You
Like,
want to let them win one moto and fucking they're fucking amazing.
Yeah, because
But if they have one bad moto, then you don't throw them on. Then you fucking.
because it's a lot
Wanna
easier
throw-
to have a bad moto than it is to have a good moto.
I'm over it.
Like I think
I
that,
gotta agree with Justin on this one.
I think that we take for granted when guys have these good motos. We act like, oh, it's not that.
Look,
it's like
let's
the,
just see where he's at the end of the fucking year.
it's like the conversation we have about with Tomac. Like Tomac is expected to win all the time, and then when he doesn't, we shit on him. We wonder why, because he's expected to win. So like when guys have good motos, I feel that we should give them the credit
Yeah,
they're due.
let's start giving credit. Let's start being positive. around here.
Marty also got in the box in the 450 moto like 2 years ago. Also.
Did you shit on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was also top 10 the whole entire year.
Yeah, great, awesome, super. So
How many guys can podium? How many guys can podium?
Marty's a fucking podium 450 guy.
How
Is that what
many?
you wanna tell
How
me?
many guys can actually
Marty's a
podium a
podium 450
250?
guy now. Is that what
How
you wanna
many
tell
actual
me?
guys
One
can podium?
and now he's a podium 450 guy.
Cole, answer my question. How many guys can actually podium a 250 race?
Apparently 10.
No, Mosman hasn't done it. Marchbanks hasn't done it.
I don't think
Nichols,
Marchbanks can.
Nichols
I don't
didn't do it
think
because
Mosman can.
he went out of the top 3 that moto.
That guy's gonna win.
Sexton has yet to do it. So my point is that we act like it's not that big of a deal to
How many
podium.
dudes in the top 10 here from yesterday, or from the Saturday, have been on the podium in the last 2 years? I'm not talking
Hampshire.
I'm not talking Mosman. Okay, and Lawrence we know will
So
be
now
there.
you're cutting guys out.
Hampshire, Martin, Cooper, and AC.
Sexton hasn't got podium out?
No, Sexton has gotten one fucking podium, and I think it was the beginning of last year.
Outdoors.
Yes. Out.
Okay, that's exactly my point.
Okay, so you have 4 guys. Exactly.
AC Cooper.
You just proved a
Fernandez.
point.
My point is correct. We don't give guys credit when they do
Martin,
shit.
Woo, Pizza Patrol on that ass.
Hampshire.
Who
So-
else? I said AC, Cooper, and AC actually hasn't podiumed a fucking race since 2017 because he didn't race last.
AC Cooper.
AC, Cooper, Frenchie,
Fernandez.
Martin, and
Sexton
Hampshire.
you said had one.
One.
Okay, so that proves my point right there. Martin's been on the box before. Lawrence, let's face it.
Yeah, but we're not counting Lawrence because he's done it one
Okay,
time.
fine. Hampshire.
Yes.
So 6 out of the top 10.
So the
Top
guys right
10.
now that actually were in there, Hampshire, he got in front of everybody but
Yeah,
AC and
so
Cooper.
exactly my point. It's not that hard to get a podium in the 250 class outdoors because there's about a dozen different guys that do it every single year.
Okay, all right. Let's take a step back. Would you be pumped? Let's say you're an Osborne boy.
Yep.
Osborne's
same.
in this class, but he isn't what he was. He barely gets the top 10, but you are balls to the walls for Osborne.
Yep.
And he gets one podium a year. Are you gonna shit on him, or are you gonna be pumped
I'm
on
gonna
him?
be stoked that we got the podium.
Okay,
But again,
this
I'm
guy
not-
some credit.
I think the reason why I get pissed off with people, and not necessarily you, because you and me do this all the time, why I get pissed off with people, is because there's a guy over in the GPs right now that didn't have a ride, and everybody knows Mitchell Harrison, that people act like, you get a podium, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Well, to those guys, it is a big fucking deal. It's more money in their bank account, and it's proving the point.
I'm riding, I'm stoked I got the podium.
Yeah,
but-
so he got second, and he literally, the guy that won the second moto could not fucking pass him, and he was riding his balls off, and was doing everything he could, and couldn't make anything happen. But yet, it's not that big of a deal.
Moral of the story, Travis, here, we're gonna give Hampshire credit.
We're gonna give Hampshire credit.
Good for you.
And I hope he does it more this season. I don't even really like RJ, but like I hate when people shit on guys
I'm
that
gonna
when they
just
do
sit
something as
back
well.
and watch the struggle wagon just game. I mean, he's gonna do better before he does worse.
So
here
if
because
he-
he's
I think
not-
the
he
last
ain't
two
the
rounds,
new
So
deal.
if he podiums next weekend,
Which he damn well could.
He probably will. He's gonna have a good summer.
Let's
You want
make
to
a nice little bet here.
You want
What's
to know why
going
he's
on?
gonna have a good summer? He inked another deal. But you want to know
And
what
wasn't
next
he
year's
top?
gonna
Wasn't
be?
he top 5 the first moto at
Let's
Hangtown?
make a little bet
Next
here.
year's gonna be
Let's
shit
make a
for
little
him
bet
all
here.
over again. Just
Wow.
a waste
If he
of space.
podiums next weekend,
Oh boy, here we go.
next time you go riding, you gotta run the 31 on the front of that Honda.
Oh, I love it.
Are you buying the graphic?
I got a 31 number plate laying around from Will Hyundai's that you can throw on there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fine, then I'm in. Fine, then I'm in.
Anyways, all right, let's go on to my boy. That's enough
Okay,
of that.
Hunter Lawrence.
All right, guys, I watched the fucking show, part of it last week, and I'm a little pissed off that you guys were throwing shade without me here talking all this noise. Oh, I wasn't impressed. Oh, I didn't really look that good.
First off, with him,
Hey, I'm gonna
We
retract
did-
my statement now.
we
Because
did
I
say-
really liked what I saw.
we did say we had to see more. We didn't write him off last week.
No, but y'all were
We
throwing
did
some
say
major
he got
shade.
his asshole tore open by RJ's foot peg.
Back to another guy.
Back to RJ here. Now, however, that first one with him and Smith coming together, just a racing incident, right? We can
And
all
that-
agree
But
on
his
that.
bike was taking a shit.
Well,
before.
yeah,
And
I didn't hear that.
And I didn't realize that until they showed the replay of The Rock, and that would make sense because if you watched him coming out of the corners, dude, he was getting pulled so hard. Mm-hmm. He was getting
How
pulled
hard?
so hard.
So hard.
Those Yamahas were pulling
How hard is so hard?
super duper hard, like that hard,
Like scale of 1 to 10.
13,
Like
6 to 9.
Like,
Awesome.
I'm gonna hold that thought.
All right, anyway, so the first moto, once again, he starts off. He has some well, we need to start giving more, a little bit more in depth on these answers. First moto, he was having issues, but now that we know his bike was probably taking a shit.
Yep.
So second moto,
But
he
of
comes.
course, no. I want to point out, total Jordan Smith move to land on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and okay, are we
I
though?
was really not
But-
surprised.
Like I was
when
pissed,
that
but
fucking-
also can we?
The rust
Jo-
came together.
Jordan, okay, Jordan. It
Jordan
would be.
Smith saw him and did not let off.
No.
It would be a Jordan Smith thing, and more of the fault goes on Jordan. And I did like Hunter's his answer, like he wasn't placing blame on anybody. He goes, "I hope we're both okay. I'm okay." But it is a Smith thing for that to happen. But yes, more of the blame would go on Smitty because he did see that. Oh yeah, he's cross running, like roll off at the apex a little
Yeah.
bit. We're gonna come together. I'm just gonna hold her wide and hope shit
Full
happens.
send. Full A-ray status.
But
Full send.
that second moto, though, we need to talk about that second moto a little bit. He was, without a doubt, the fastest guy. I know AC won and Hunter went down.
No, he should have won that.
He should have won, for sure. Like, when he got around AC, he was pulling a nice little gap. AC reeled it back in a little bit. But there was, without a doubt, like, Lawrence...
He started riding that European style that I
Dude,
love,
his
where he's
his
just hopping
corners.
over some bumps and shit.
Did you see his angles in his corners
Yep.
and stuff? He was just flowing all the way
Right.
through. He never got out of the route where a lot of guys were pivoting early.
That's
Yeah,
right.
no, that was the guy that I was talking about in our preseason show.
So I was thinking about this earlier. So obviously the speed's there. Can we all agree on that?
Oh,
Speed's there, technique's there.
and I'm not worried about where his practice speed is.
What's the deal with him right now? Is it just adjusting to the American style of racing, sprinting the whole time?
Remember the comment
Why
that I
is he
made?
crashing? What's
Remember the
going on?
comment that I made though about the only getting 3 chances to learn or 2 chances and then the motos. Think about it in the GPs. You get 4 fucking chances before you
You get all day,
actually.
yep.
Yeah, you get a free practice, a time practice, a qualifier, and then a warm up.
But is that?
Yeah, but I don't even
But
think-
I don't.
I don't think
Is
he's
he
struggling.
pushing too hard, and that's what's making the little edge mistakes?
I think I heard it best described on the Main Event Moto Show was when he got into the lead. He was riding pretty smooth, but he kind of almost got the Osborne in New Jersey thing where it was all like, "Fuck yeah, I'm about to win this race," and then just a
one
little
little
goofy, lapse, mistake, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
feel like completely
he's
different.
coming.
I feel like he was pushing because he wanted to get away from AC.
I think he wanted to. I will say this, and I think being a Hunter Lawrence guy, I've watched him enough over the years. I even watched a lot of his stuff when he was going through the junior stuff in Australia. He has always been doubted for a very long time because coming out of Australia, and we know the guy, a lot of great guys have come out of Australia, but like it's been a lull kind of since Chad Reed. I think he wants to prove a point to the world that all this hype around him, everything that he's done at the MX of Nations in 17 and 18, even beating Zach Osborne, it was in the rain, but he still beat him, and then doing what he did at Redbud last year. I think he wants to prove to the world that Jorge Prado might be doing his thing over the GPs, but Hunter Lawrence is without a doubt the fastest dude on a 250. Because I think that he feels a lot of shit last year didn't go his way in the GPs. Because I've seen some social media stuff.
I didn't realize that he was on a full factory bike.
No, dude, that was like, dude, he had the slowest bike in the paddock. I bet
Paddock, you're so European.
Dude, I love the Euros, man. Anyways, no, I just think I agree with you, and I agree with you both. I think it's both. He got overhyped, but he also wanted to prove a point that like, hey, I am the fastest dude, and I think he put a lot of those boys on notice because AC was pushing the pace that second moto. And when he started realizing, like, oh shit, like he's coming, I'm doing everything, and this guy's just like fucking floating.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Now I'm a little nervous for Thunder Valley. The elevation. I don't know if Hunter Lawrence has ever rode an elevation before.
Well, that could be a thing.
I don't know. You follow the European stuff a little more than I do.
Some of that stuff you like.
I mean, some of the tracks I've seen are up in the mountains.
Like Saint Jean d'Angely last weekend in France, the one in Russia. But I don't know if they have anything that matches Lakewood. And I don't know why you got like.
Well, I don't know. I think his title chances are pretty fucked at this point. I mean, because last weekend wasn't great. This weekend,
the first
obviously,
It's just been two shit deals.
But it's just been dumb stuff.
He could come on fire. I'm not going to count him out.
What happens if? What do we think? And I put it in the group text. I think if he gets a start, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the AC doesn't have
as far
a
as title chances. It's a little
it's
early to talk about.
But it's a long stretch.
I'm thinking Kennard back and remember that.
Or even
I mean,
Cooper.
He could, but man, he's gonna have to get.
He'd have to reel off a bunch of wins,
far,
which he could, and I'm not worried about him melting in the heat because obviously being from Australia, there's not the humidity, but he's used to riding in hot stuff. I'm not saying that there's guys that can't match his pace, but I think with how his motos have gone, and then he finally showing what happens when he gets a clear track and he doesn't have to work through. I don't know, man. I don't know if a lot of these guys are going to be able to match his pace, especially because of just when he gets in a groove, how good he is. I don't know. It's not a knock on AC or Cooper or Frenchie or all them, but damn, dude. Like, even that second tip over, and he caught back up to AC, like, it was 3 seconds.
He's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody here doubts him.
So,
do you think if he gets a start, he's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis, you want to make a side bet?
Oh boy.
So,
We got these bets
Another
going
one?
on.
if we go to Redbud and Hunter Lawrence's autograph line is really big, does Justin stand in it and wait?
No. No. As
Travis
much as I can't fanboy, he's worse.
Travis knows. Travis
He's
knows.
worse.
I would though, low key. I would be one of those dudes that would be actually pumped to hang out with Hunter Lawrence. But I ain't gonna do the fan.
I saw him in the
I mean,
pits at
I went
A2, and
to
almost was
Martin
like,
when
hey.
he was testing. We heard the semi was in Martin.
Yeah.
We rolled up there, got to saw him.
Dude,
I got to see him ride for the very first time.
I saw that video. He looked good too at Martin, and it's Martin, but he looked good. He's just dude.
He's
He's
muddy as shit. He wasn't even trying.
Oh, for real? I thought that the video that I saw it didn't look bad.
Would you see the elite edits on?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Anyways, my
right.
point is that he put everybody on notice that second one. We'll just say that.
All right, so let's move through some more of this top 10 until we get to the
I don't
top.
really have a lot to say about Moseman. Yeah,
Moseman, I think he's earning himself a ride for next year.
Are we a little though? Do you think he's kind of underperformed these first 2 races though with how well Supercross went?
No,
and it's not the whole regional thing, but like I just kind of figured that he's a better outdoor guy. I thought he would be closer to the top 5.
No.
I think
Not
he's about
yet.
right where he's at.
Not
Okay.
yet. Unless he as long as he's in the top 10, I think that's pretty good for him.
Does
Because
he
you're
get
talking
podium?
about, you're talking about
Did
a
we
guy.
say 6 to 9 on the preview show?
Yeah,
Or
because you're talking about a guy that was like Mitchell Falk.
Does he get a podium this year, you guys? I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
we
so.
said.
I think so.
If everything falls right.
Maybe towards the end of the series when
I'd
the
be
attrition
curious-
rate goes up.
I'd be curious to see what track because like Moseman doesn't really have a type of track that kind of fits his style. He's just good.
He would be one of those to get a podium at a weird race, at the end, like in Indiana.
Yeah, I can see that because it's probably fucking
Yeah,
mud.
when there's
Motor,
a bunch of
nobody
people
cares.
out.
He's
Yeah,
just
yep.
filling it in. Yep.
Yep. Marchbanks, 9.8 for 7th overall.
I do want to point out his second moto. He was one of the guys that got caught in the gate. He was buried, dude.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an impressive.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, he's doing rookie stuff, which is just put in the top 10, which I think is all they expect from him at PC.
If he can get off the line, he'll be good at Thunder Valley. Mm-hmm. He's good at that track. He's ridden that track a lot before. I just don't know with his big ass if they're going to be able to get off the line.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident they'll just put the 380 in that thing.
Jesus.
You think Geico's going to tear Pro Circuit down?
No.
Okay, and Pro Circuit ain't going to tear Geico
Nobody's
down.
tearing anybody
Fucking
down. This
running
isn't
them
a
380s
regional.
all weekend.
This isn't a regional. Like,
Or 280s or whatever the hell they're
Fucking
putting
290
on.
kits.
Yeah, those
Alex-
things ain't 250. Sorry.
Alex
No,
Martin,
for sure.
10-6 for 6th overall.
He looked. You know what's weird is even though his first moto at Hangtown wasn't great, he looked in the second moto. We know he did good, but it was a moto.
Yeah.
He looked better at Hangtown, even the first moto, than he did.
He didn't look very good.
No.
He was out front.
He was out front, and he didn't even fade. It's kind of what we talked about, but I didn't think it would
He
be
just
in a
didn't have
moto.
the speed.
It felt like things were happening too fast for him, which is weird because we figured like, oh, he'll crack under the pressure, but that's a macro, like the championship. Alex Martin's never one of those guys that really like a specific moto here, a specific moto there, doesn't have it. Like when he got the start, I was thinking he's gonna podium. He's gonna podium. But then you look at his lap times and you're like, is he just like trying to make it through these West Coast rounds before we go east? And because man, I don't know. I just feel like even that first moto at Hangtown, he was better.
Yeah, I don't. He's definitely an East Coast guy. So
I don't. Well, and also he probably does. I don't know how many times he's ridden Paula. He doesn't stay in California.
No.
So.
Okay, so moving
whereas
on.
the rest of these guys all the way up, Paula boys.
Oh, for sure. And even Hunter Lawrence, you could put him in there. He's ridden
Yeah.
Paula quite a bit.
Like Colt Nichols.
Colt Nichols, 4-7
I think he was
for
my
fifth.
all-star.
He's my all-star too.
And my sole reason for picking him as the all-star, the Grandpa Earl video, because he was out there on a casual day just riding.
So,
Yeah.
So
did we completely underestimate Colt?
For
real?
outdoors?
For
I think
real?
so.
Did we
Yeah.
underestimate him?
I don't know. I think this is the first time he's actually been healthy.
Well, what I'm curious is that he's starting off good. He's obviously not the points leader like Supercross, and then he got hurt, and then his confidence went to shit. Dude, I feel like he's gonna be. This is where he's gonna be most of the year. Like I don't know if he has the speed to win because like he was there with Cooper the whole entire time and he couldn't reel it in, and then obviously he got passed by RJ and AC at the end of the moto. But man, to think that he's not gonna be top 5 all year, I think it might be a mistake. He's looked good through 4 motos now.
Does he yard sale it though? We at yard sale.
I
Do it.
don't think so, to be honest with you, because I think that incident of what was it, Seattle or whatever it was in the main, I think that was just him, like he wanted to prove that, okay, like the title thing was not a fluke. Now he's not expected to win. He's not going to be the points leader at any point this year. I don't know. I think that this might where he's just going to be here the whole entire year. Like other than maybe Alex Martin and RJ, like, and putting Lawrence in there, like, dude, he's
Yeah,
if
he just kind of hangs out there, AC's gonna shit the bed at least one round.
we'll get to Cooper and go to Sexton.
Okay, do you think Sexton's pissed with how he's performing right now?
No,
Well,
I thought he looked really good.
to be honest with you, I think, well, this is kind of where I had him. So, like, I know that you're higher on him, so, like, maybe I just kind of figured this is where he was going to be.
Top
but
5, yeah.
His speed is there because he didn't let AC get away, but he made those dumb few mistakes that once AC, like, pulled it, he couldn't reel it back in, and then he just kind of hanged out there. I did, though, think he was going to have more intensity. And I think you mentioned that in the Hangtown show about him just looking like there was nothing there.
Yep.
I figured he would have more intensity at the beginning of these motos.
I did too.
And it's just,
Yeah, it's like he's trying to play the long game.
but I don't think he can do that.
No.
Because I don't know. I think when we go to some of these East Coast tracks, I think that he's going to struggle a little bit more.
Really, even being an East Coast guy.
Yeah. Because, like, dude, a lot of his races last year, he was good at the beginning of the season. He went to the middle way point. He kind of dropped off, and then he picked it back up again after Millville. I don't know. I know that he wants to win a title, but I don't think it's happening.
He ain't winning one.
Yeah.
He's not.
Sorry.
So moving up to the box now. Frenchie, 7-3.
Crashed twice
For 3
that first
overall.
moto.
I think he had. From what I read, he had some help on that first crash.
I heard
By
him,
the
yeah.
92 machine.
Yeah, I heard him and AC came together, and I heard somebody started calling him out about it on the.
Frenchie or AC?
Well, it was one of the media guys in the press conference started kind of picking at him about it, and they got him to the point where he was like going, wasn't really saying anybody, and then finally he put it out there, and then I guess AC's just really good. He like shut that shit down. He's like, Yeah, I didn't really mean to, but I came together with him.
So,
So,
you guys know that I like Frenchie. I do. I'm a Euro guy. I like Frenchie.
is he underperforming for you right now, though?
Well, what I was about to get at is this he's doing exactly why I did not pick him for a championship. His fucking starts suck.
That is also true.
I mean, put him in a
100%.
championship situation, he'll get one though.
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Like, hey, bro, you got to go win. You got to go win by 10 seconds and get a start. I'm golden. Got to do it the whole entire year. So this is...
Has David Belliman been at the races with him?
Yeah, and he's hating every minute of it.
Oh,
he
yeah.
fucking hates going to
I
the
don't think he was
Nationals.
at the last race.
He was at Hangtown,
wasn't?
but I don't think he was at Paula.
Are his starts a correlation with Belliman being there?
I think it might be. I think he maybe slacks off a little bit, to be honest with you. And that's coming from a guy who likes Ferendis. But let's be real. This is why I did not pick him for a title. And you know what's going to suck, too? We're going to go... I bet we go to Florida. And it would not surprise me. So what? You got Florida, Southwick, Redbud. I'm not so sure about what's going to happen with Lawrence and Covington. But it will not surprise me if Frenchie just goes on a win streak where he wins like 4 or 5 motos in a row. And then he's going to go back to getting shit fucking starts.
That could
This
be-
is what he does.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that, because, yeah,
Like-
you're right. He doesn't get good starts.
He could go on a 4-moto win streak and then
When did
go...
he get a good start in Supercross? The last round.
Yeah, and the 2 rounds that he actually won. But that's the thing, though. That's the only time he won, was when he
Yep.
got a start.
I think last year he was always coming from the back for podiums too.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, if you get that RC Hard Charger Award, you could have gave it to him every freaking round, because he came from like 33rd every
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so next up, second, Justin Cooper, 1-4, second overall. Is it safe to say that his
What's so
second
funny?
motos are horrible compared to his
What's
first moto?
so funny? Justin Cooper guy? That second moto, I said this to Travis, he got exposed a little bit. That boy cannot fucking ride through the pack worth of shit.
He's not a second moto guy, period.
Dude, okay, so like I told you, I watched the AC GoPro a little bit, and there wasn't enough of it because AC went around him really quick. Dude, how long did he hang around the top 5 before he actually started moving forward that entire
Mm-hmm.
moment? And that's, once again, not a knock on everybody else he was racing against, but how can you go from getting a start, gapping by 3 seconds within the first couple laps, cruising to probably the easiest 250 victory you're going to have your entire life, and then you get a 6th place start, and you can't go better than 4th?
Because when he's by himself, he can full set.
Yeah, it's good, but
Full set.
I think his racecraft, honestly, is a little shit when
Yep.
he's in the pack.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dude, if he gets starts the whole entire season, he might win every fucking moto.
Yeah.
For real.
Yep.
But
If he gets the start, watch out.
if he doesn't get the start, I don't really know if he can do much. And I know
that makes sense. Like, look what happened in Supercross. He
Yeah, when he decided-
melted down. He didn't know
Yeah.
what to do.
take out Sexton.
So, speaking of starts, what do you
AC.
all think of AC's start the first?
That was so
first
stupid.
moto?
Were you watching that going, what the fuck?
Outside.
Did Bill Poto tell him that from the 125?
I don't know, dude.
race?
They all were saying all day, like, outside gate's gonna be interesting, outside gate's gonna be interesting, and then he lines up there and I'm like,
Baggett's the only
huh.
guy that pulled one.
Yeah, if you get
Yeah.
a jump, you can just sweep, but that's the problem, though. How did
Well, they
AC
were trying to get over to the hard pack on the side.
Yeah.
Like, Reed
How
did
did
the
he
grass.
think he was going to get a jump, though?
I don't know.
Like, I know that PC bike is it's a 290 kit and it's putting out 60 horsepower, but bro, you're like the second biggest dude in the class. You would have to get like a half a bike length jump on everybody and just start fading over.
Well, he
No, it
did,
was-
trust me, he went outside the market.
He was trying.
Yeah, he tried doing
He
that
tried
hot top
hard.
page for sure.
Yeah, but-
So, yeah, no, he's looking good. He really is good. But like I said,
He's got some fire going, that's for sure.
I think though that
It's going to happen.
he's gonna have that moment, and
It's
you know
gonna
he's
happen.
going to have the moment.
As much as I hate to say it, I think he
It's
is.
going to happen.
But the question is does it happen halfway into the series, or does it happen because I'll tell you this right now, and everybody knows that I'm not an AC guy, but after I say this, they're really gonna think I'm knocking him. I think that after he has that moment, his season's done. He's gonna have a moment that he's gonna melt down, and it's gonna be something stupid. It's not even gonna be, oh, he was pushing it too hard.
It's gonna be
kind of like
like-
Vegas. Yeah, he's gonna cross rut and just something dumb, and then he's gonna be mentally fucked for the rest of the year.
It'll be Redbud right in front of where we sit every year, right in that turn.
You think he wins next week though?
No, dude, because I don't think he's gonna get a start. I think his start's gonna be shit. I know we were
I'm
joking
trying to
around.
think of who's good at Thunder Valley.
Justin Cooper's good at Thunder Valley,
I
but
But the thing about Thunder Valley is it's been historically known for some really good racing, tight racing.
But those PC bikes are really fucking good up there.
But you also got to think though that him and Marchbanks ain't getting starts. He'll do good there, but his start, I don't think AC gets a start unless he goes out and he's P1 in practice. Which
Okay, so
no,
anyway, you were saying.
I think Cooper. I hate to agree with Cole, but I think Cooper's going to win because he's light. Those star bikes have proven at altitude, and I think his starts are better than everybody
Like we
else.
said, when he gets a start, he's golden.
I think he's going to, and it's not. And I don't even think he's going to win because he's the fastest guy. I just feel that a lot of these dudes that are fast enough to win, they're not the best starters. And Thunder Valley, yes, you're right. The great racing has been great at Thunder Valley. You have to get a start. because the track is super one line at the end of the day. And I don't know if any of these guys are going to... Dude, it wouldn't surprise me if AC goes like 7-2 because his start is so terrible the first moto.
Could be.
Or Ferendis could go like 15-3 or something. But Cooper would be my bet because his starts are good, he's light, and those star bikes are rocket ships. So...
Yeah, I'm gonna stamp that right now. That's my BC Pizza Patrol winner. Right
I hate to agree with you, but it's probably gonna happen, unless just Hunter Lawrence gets a start, which because he's light, he's not a big guy. But if Cooper gets,
it's gonna be between Lawrence and Cooper. But obviously, from what we've seen the first 2 rounds, it's a Cooper show if he gets a start.
Cooper starts are better for sure. And like I said, if AC could be the fastest guy next weekend, but I just don't know, dude. He's what 180 pounds, and that might be generous. He's not going to get a start. There's no fucking way he gets a start.
Guess we'll find out.
Yep.
Guess we'll find out where the nitrous bottle is or wherever they got that shit, dude.
All right.
He's secretly riding the 450.
We've covered
Dude, I
enough.
wouldn't
We've
doubt
covered
it.
enough 250s though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on, I want to talk about your boy Big Air Tom.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Let's take a break.
What
I want
about-
to double check that camera,
Okay.
and then we'll come back.
So professional.
Do you need custom powder coating? Call or text TLR Coatings today at 269-870-3083 for your free powder coating quote.
All right.
Okay, let's move on to some honorable mentions for the 250 class. First off, 17th overall with an 11.25. Your boy T-Cub.
He's injured, man. I said it
There
before.
was a sign of life.
There was a sign, but I will say this, man, and even practice, when he jumped in behind Hunter Lawrence, he doesn't look like he has the intensity. Like when he goes to flip that switch in his brain, there's just nothing there.
You think he's just mentally fucked?
I don't
From
think he's...
Supercross?
No, I don't think so, because even in the GPs, man, when he'd have a bad weekend, he'd bounce back right away. I think that knee injury or whatever he had after Supercross, I think it's a bigger deal. And I know that there's been no indication that he has an injury, but I can't, he's not going to go from being a top 3 guy in the GPs or even at the worst, a top 5 guy, to now, and no disrespect, he can't be Ty Masterpool and Derek Drake. Like, come on. And even if somebody hates Thomas Covington for whatever reason, that's not being logical.
I don't hate him. I just haven't really seen any. I mean, the first moto was.
But you've
kinda
seen
light.
GPs though where
GP
he's
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
so like, dude, I can't. And Hunter Lawrence is adapting well, so I don't want to hear anybody. Well, he's not adapting. That has nothing to fucking do with it. I just think he's
I
injured.
think there's more into it.
I do.
Could be.
I really do.
It's just really weird to me. We haven't heard anything. No one's even mentioned the slightest of a rumor.
That's the beautiful thing about motocross.
Well, I
We
know.
don't know salaries. We don't know injuries.
I know.
We don't know.
All right, let's move on to the next honorable mention. Jordan Smith, 16th.
Had a little bit of life for about 4 laps.
I don't even want to talk. This isn't even an honorable mention. This is like an,
All right, then you know what? We'll take this one out and we'll put another TLD KTM. Shit on Shane McElrath.
Oh boy.
What the fuck?
Dude, the KTM
His back
250
hurt,
team,
dude.
KTM 250 team just isn't doing anything.
What in Derek Drake's doing something? At least he's out there fucking trying.
Wilson
guess.
Todd's trying.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Wilson Todd.
Wilson
Yeah,
Todd. That was
he's
good.
a
That was
big
good
boy on the
pickup.
250.
Yeah, he
after.
was.
Holy shit.
He's
Yeah,
doing
what
factory bike
what
though.
is going on with Shane McElrath, man? How do you go from being a top 5 guy
He's leading too, man.
and then AC just blew him off the fucking berm and that was done? What did he even end up second? Was he top 10?
Didn't even pay attention.
No, let's
He's
shit
been
on
so
him.
far off my radar.
What
I
is
haven't paid attention other than he holied that one where
Is
the gate
he
flinched.
is he right now the biggest disappointment for the whole entire year, Supercross combined, of any 250 rider? Try to find one that's been a bigger disappointment than Shane McElrath.
Thomas Covington.
Thomas Covington.
Supercross, he wasn't expected to do well. Shane McElrath was supposed to win.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, checkmate.
Yeah, you win.
I mean, dude, he's just he's screwing up that whole 450 thing. Oh wait, he wants to stay on a 250F, but that's not working out.
Let's go one more here. Honorable mention. Stank Dog.
I don't even know why.
Getting in on times on a 125 versus all these
Yeah,
private
he was like fucking 231 the first fucking qualifier.
I'm
But-
gonna go on a limb and say it's a 144.
But he got in
150.
on time
161.
as opposed to having to ride the LCQ. I mean, how many moto dads there that have these $10,000 race motors in their kids' 250 bikes like shot
Did you
themselves in
see
the
how
face or
far
cut their
off,
wrist?
though,
Well, maybe
he
they
was-
should have their kids start smoking pot before they go ride.
Did you
guess,
see
I
how
don't know.
far off though he was that second practice in time?
No, I didn't even know this. This
He
came
was-
across my radar.
You think he
listening
cut
to
the track
another
somehow?
podcast.
He went from
Maybe.
being P1 in the first practice, and then the track broke down, and he was like P12.
I don't know.
Maybe he did a track cut or just had a balls to the walls Mike Bitus lap.
I don't know.
At least he made the motos, man.
I don't even know why he's riding that fucking 150 though.
Well, whatever. Who cares? All right. Anyway, that's it for
Because
250s.
we're talking about him.
Good
Yeah.
point. He's got a lot of followers.
Let's just move on to 450s here.
Let's do it.
I could be learning, you could be yearning to see what's
Okay, 450s. I don't even have any honorable mentions here, so we're just top 10 in it.
Let's just shit on Bowers.
How about Ben LeMay, the Moose Tube?
Well, dude, that was so fucking weird. Have you ever seen that?
I seen Porcel do it at Destination.
Even GL though is like, what happened?
Fuck. I don't know how your moose tube comes out like that. I have no idea.
Yeah, Christophe Porcel was riding really well at one of the destinations. Like France had a shot to win it, and the same thing happened. Yeah,
He rode good though. He was riding good that first moto. He was top 10 for a while.
Yeah.
Then I think he went to 12th.
How about Bowers and Masterpool wadding up, and then Masterpool getting the bike off Bowers on his own?
I like had a thought that maybe Bowers took him out, and that's why they were both down. And if I would have been Masterpool, I would have said, "Fuck you, bitch, lay under your bike."
How about
I don't think that's
Tyler
what
Bowers
was.
running into somebody that actually is bigger than him?
I heard Masterpool actually might have caused that.
You think?
Can we
That's what I
get
heard.
back to what I just said? How about the fact that Bowers ran into somebody that's actually bigger than him? Masterpool
is
is
bigger than
bigger
him?
than Tyler Bowers. Oh, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's not normal for Tyler. He's
No.
like, I'm not gonna fuck with you because you'll beat my ass. Bowers fucks with dudes who are like 5'5". Get somebody that looks him in the eye.
And Alex Ray.
That fucking A-Race douche. I picked him for fantasy.
But anyway, so getting into the top 10.
I
Sealy.
don't like him
Why?
because he's just, I don't know.
Who, Alex Ray?
Yeah.
Did he block you on Insta? Is that why you don't like
Well,
him?
I don't have Insta. No.
Yeah,
Justin Barsha blocked me on Instagram.
Did he
Good.
really?
You
Yeah,
deserve
I
it.
told him he had a shit kit. Like Alpine Star gear was like super ugly like a year or two ago.
Wow.
Yes, and Justin Barsha blocked me because
Wow.
lit kit. I'm pretty sure that's a shit kit. That's what I said.
Wow.
Block me.
No wonder I block you too.
Did you?
Justin doesn't have.
Cole Sealy. Cole Sealy.
Cole Sealy, 11.8 for 10.
Hey, speaking of Cole Sealy, you guys see the gray area video?
I want to see that 252 smacker he's doing.
That too, but the gray area video that
He does cool. He does cool
Got
content.
It was a bad.
He did a CRF 450L.
Is that what it was? Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
So you guys
Yeah,
will have to watch it, man. It's,
No, I've watched some of his vlogs. Like I said, I'm more curious on the 252 smacker, and I think it's for Red Bull Straight Rhythm coming up.
Anyway.
No, is that... If any time Sealy gets in the top 10, is that good?
Yep.
yeah, he's a soupy guy.
Yeah, cause especially since he's gonna go to Moto.
I feel like he's
Whoa.
he's kind of soft.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I think he's too pretty boy for outdoors.
Well, yeah, he's a SoCal bro.
Yeah.
No,
He's a real bro.
I don't know if
city
you've
guy.
heard, Mathis said he's retiring after this year.
Well, that could be
I don't
two.
know.
I mean, no, we've all kind of talked about it. Like, what is he going to do?
I know exactly what he's doing. Look at the content he's putting out.
Yep.
Yeah, he's all about that shit, too. Like, he's even said a couple times, like, yeah, I'm supposed to be out testing and I'm doing this video or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. And Honda is getting some exposure from this.
He's
content
gonna
coming
be a Honda test guy, I guarantee it. But
Yep.
I think he retires after this year.
Probably.
Because Savachi's going to Honda. And
Well, I heard there's a race to the bottom going on in Honda right now.
out. A race to the bottom.
Okay, so,
So
you've
Kennard's
got
coming back.
So no. So
God no!
Savachi's the most prominent to go there.
Yeah, he
But
better
there's
be.
a lot of good dudes without a ride. So I've heard that they're kind of shopping around
But
for
I
who
don't
will ride
well,
for the least.
Unless Joey's already taken a huge pay cut. Unless he just wants to get paid, then yeah, I don't know if he ends up on there. But there's no guy that if he
Who
takes
else
a
you
pay
see?
cut,
Bogo back.
I'm not picking Bogle or
I
something.
don't think Bogle's going back.
All right, let's
But you
play
also
let's play the team manager game.
You also have Dino.
I'm
team
taking Savachi. Savachi was better than Dino when he.
Who are the other people? I mean, possibly Sealy, but we're not really sure. We think he's retiring.
So if it comes down to Savachi and Dino, Marv's staying at KTM. I don't care what
He hasn't
anybody
signed the contract yet.
He's staying at KTM.
He hasn't signed the contract.
I
yet.
know he hasn't, but
He
he's
retired?
staying. No, he's staying at KTM. Why would he retire? He's still proven
He's got a hot piece of taint at home. He's got a big,
Yay,
I'm
God!
glad you're here.
God, I love Matilda so much. I just
glad
want to
you're
shake her
here.
hand.
he's got a BMW. He
He's got a cool
got
truck.
shook and didn't show up at the go-kart race in Cali.
Fuck off,
boy,
Cole.
here we go.
Dude, no, he's staying at KTM and he's not retiring. Now I bet he retires in the next 2 years.
Yeah, he's getting old
But
for the sport.
yeah, no, he's like what 30 now. No, for real though, if we're playing the hypotheticals, I'm taking Savachi at Honda. Now, if he wants a lot of money, and I don't blame him after whatever he's getting paid this year, then yeah, you're probably going to take Dean Wilson.
Where's he gonna go though?
Somebody's going to pick him up. Let's
it
be real.
depends
They-
What
on-
do you go to JGR?
It just depends
Fuck
on
no.
what the team manager values more:
You know what-
content or results.
You know where he
if
would
you
go?
want content, you go Wilson.
For sure, if you want results, you go to Savachi. You know where he would go though? He'd be Baggett's teammate. They would bounce Bloss and Bogle for a second to get him.
Maybe.
Savachi?
For sure. Wouldn't you? Nah, and I like Bloss and Bogle's
I
starting.
like him too.
But I would take Savachi for sure. And hell, Savachi's proven that it's his, kind of like with Osborne, we'll get to him, how good his rookie year was in Supercross, that he might be better than Baggett.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and I feel his outdoor results right now would be better than fucking Baggett's.
Well, you look, Baggett's still in the top 10.
And I know you're not a Savachi guy.
That's who I fucking picked for fantasy.
And I know you're not a Savachi guy, but would he be in the top 10 right now?
Probably, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because he would probably, even if he had one bad moto, he would have that one moto where he would be like basically where Osborne's at.
In fact, you could probably bump everybody from Webb back because that's probably about where he would be.
Yeah, because Savachi's hurt right now.
Yep.
He's coming back to Thunder Valley this weekend anyway.
So anyway, 9th place.
Freddie.
Fast Freddie Norton.
That should be the honorable mention.
That's a
the low-key
Leon
ride.
Loki there.
That is definitely the
Anyway,
Loki.
that is the Loki ride, and I'm really juiced up because I used him as my.
Wow,
my
you
fantasy
did.
pick last week.
You used those fucking words in perfect fucking motion right there. Juiced up and used. You're juicing and used.
Well, I juiced and used him last week for fantasy, and
I'm picking him for Thunder Valley.
I'm taking him. I
Fuck,
think.
what is it? I don't get it.
No, I got a dark horse.
For Thunder Valley?
Yeah.
Derek Anderson?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
God.
Derek Anderson!
You think he runs the 191 again?
No. He's gonna qualify fast though. He's gonna be good.
So 8th overall, Barsha, 710. I mean, that's pretty much
the
where we
rest,
see him.
Is this is a Justin quote by the way.
Oh, God.
Is this just who Barsha is now?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow! Wow!
Is this who he is?
And people talk about my lame dad jokes. For real? No. I think his wrists are the biggest issue.
Yep.
I'm not saying that he's going to be running up front and winning races, but
I think
mean,
he's a few spots better if his wrist
last year
broke,
he was
so.
definitely a lot better than this, and I do agree with you. You said about Monster forcing him into this.
Yeah.
Because Dean Ferris would have been the only guy.
Did you hear that? He agreed with something I said.
Wow.
I'm
I
impressed.
thought I've said this like twice now.
This is what happens when you don't come on the show for a few weeks, and you're impressed by my analysis.
Now I just need you to get you impressed by the guy after this in Hampshire, but anyways.
Who? Hill?
Yeah.
Hill, 8-7 for 7th. Best ride of him.
Let me ask you a question, and I knew you were going to
Best
say
finish of the year.
I knew you were going to say this.
The Hiller Killer.
Was he expected to beat any of the guys in front of him?
Nope.
So why is 8-7 not bad, or why is it not good?
I mean, dude, it's not a bad finish.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that.
So if he
Where I
gets
see-
8-7 the rest of the year,
This
are
is
you
where
going
he should be
to
next
shit
year.
on him? Oops, sorry, I didn't realize the kid was still out here.
No, it's fine.
So if he gets 8-7 the rest, I'm not trying to be rude. If he gets 8-7 the rest of the year, are you going to be like, is that
no,
good
that's
for him?
about where he should be.
Okay,
Well,
so-
that's about where he should be with the effort level he puts in. Talent-wise,
Oh,
he
for
should be
sure.
smoking everybody.
Oh
on this
yeah,
list.
talent-wise, but with him not training, and we know that's a fact.
Yeah.
8-7
What
to
his Instagram says.
yeah, whatever. 8-7 to me is exactly where he is. Because like I said, the only other quote-unquote rookies aren't racing right now, and they will be better than him. We know that. Savachi and AP, whenever AP decides to come back. But 8-7 to me is exactly where he should be with the effort that he puts in.
Yep.
So if he gets worse than 10th, then he should be better on talent alone.
But now going from a guy who did probably one of his best performances of the year to the guy who, do we feel like Webb's underperforming
That
right
bike
now?
is a
It
fucking
doesn't look
Bronco
good.
right
It doesn't
now.
look good.
You know what I heard a comparison? Cooksey was on the main event moto show, said that he looked like a ghost of himself from the Yamaha days.
You know what?
That's how bad
You know what
it
it
is.
reminded
The
me?
bike just wasn't settling into
Dude,
the
that rear
corners
shock was
and-
all over the place. Did you notice how bad that thing, like when he'd be under braking and he'd disengage the rear brake a little bit to let it settle, how bad it bucked it? Dude, he rode the front wheel into a corner all the way in one of those left-handers after Tomac got around him.
Well, even at Hangtown when Anderson was putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, you were talking about his forks.
Yeah, well, he would just go to lean into that rut and it would just stand him
Yeah.
up every time.
I feel like his whole chassis is too stiff right
You know,
now.
for a guy who didn't watch last week's
I watched
show,
bits.
he knows a
I
lot
watched
about
bits.
last week's show.
I watched
doesn't he?
bits, man. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched bits.
What would you critique me on? Was I good?
You guys were both good. I said it was a good show.
Oh, hey, that's,
Hey,
that's
wow.
So
Hey,
the same
alright,
the same thing I said about Covington, I will say about Webb. It looks like the energy when he would get ready to go, it just wasn't there.
You think the Baker program's hitting him now?
Or you think he's going to build as he goes through like he did?
I think he's going to
to
build. I think that we also got to keep remembering this is only his 4th moto ever racing that KTM outdoors, not riding, racing outdoors. I think it's going to get better, and we also know that Webb.
You think he's doping yet?
No, not yet.
Jesus.
Not yet.
If it
No
rides
one's
like this,
ever coming out
if he rides this at like this Thunder Valley, he's gonna be doping after Thunder Valley. Whatever Tickle was taking, Coop's gonna be on it,
Well, Tickle was the test dummy, and it didn't work.
and
so.
it failed. So they didn't get the
made
the
the
mixture
little-
just
they made the
right.
little-
All right, moving on.
Got to cut
Fifth
it a
place.
little bit.
Jason Anderson, 4-5.
And they just cut Tickle's diet, whatever, out, and they just
Asparagus.
replaced it with marijuana for this guy.
So 4-5 for Ando.
So is he doing better than you thought?
This is
1,000%.
better than expected. Yep.
Yeah.
Especially after as bad as what people are saying that.
That's
I'm.
why I tried to say, boys, he is better than you think outdoors, man.
Are you on Team Pride?
I haven't watched any of those videos. I gotta watch them now.
No, are you just on Team Pride based off his results?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if we go back and watch the previous show, I kind of am on his because I said he was going to be the best guy.
I said this last week, he's growing on me, so.
No, he's going to be good. I think this is where he's all the entire year. Now we'll find out what happens when Savachi and AP come back and when Coop builds. But I mean,
I think
His-
he continues to get better.
his first, oh for sure, his first motos, his second moto is kind of the opposite of Osborne. Osborne's had good both motos, but he's been better the second motos. Ando's been worse the second motos. His first motos, he's come out like a ball of fire, and I think that this is where he's going to be the entire year. I don't know what's going to happen if he doesn't get a start, because he's actually gotten 4 fairly decent starts so far. No, I think this is where he's at.
Okay, well, let's move up the list. Speaking of Osborne.
Osborne's doing good. No.
Fourth overall, 5-4. Is he where you think he should be, overperforming or underperforming?
Doing a little better than I thought.
What did I say? Did I say 4 to 7 on the preview show, or 5 to 8?
I think it was 6
Something
to
like
9.
No, I
Wasn't
expected
that
that to say. No, I feel like I either said 4 to 7 or 5 to 8. I think his intensity, the second motos, has been overperforming for me, but I think he's been right where I thought. I think that he was going to be in this group, the second tier group.
You think he's going to win
I
a moto
wanna-
before the year's over?
I don't know, but Roxon in the end of that moto was just kind of cruising, looked like he was fatigued.
Yeah.
And Osborne was trying his
He was.
Yeah,
nuts
so-
off.
But I
He
think
was
I'm
all over the place.
I think I'm talking more about even that second moto at Hangtown. We only have 4 motos to go off of, so more the second
Yeah.
moto at Hangtown coming from where he did in the mud. But Osborne is good in the mud. The winning the moto, man,
He's fit enough to do it.
I think
Not only is he fit enough to do it, he's fit enough to chase down anybody on this list except for Kenny on his on days
but
or
I saw,
Tomac.
But
when
I
he's
saw
Tomacking.
him pushing to catch a 70% Roxon.
I'll
Yeah.
say this. For him to get a win, he's going to have to get a start. I mean, he's going to have to get a start.
No, he's going to have to get
And those three
a 6 bike lane start, and the rest of the pack is going to have to domino.
He's going to have to sprint. He's going to, all that energy that he has at the end of the motos, he's going to have to funnel that into 4 laps. And he's going to have to put in the gnarliest 4 laps of his life. Like, I think he would have to have like a 10-second gap on second place by the 20-minute mark.
I think where it could get really interesting is on one of these days on the East Coast where it's really hot and muggy. I think.
But the thing, though,
late
is
in the race, chase down.
But yeah,
But K-Rock
these top 5 guys, when it comes to heat and humidity, it's irrelevant.
I think Osborne and Marv are kind of on that train, but Tomac, Webb, if he continues to build, Anderson, he's building, K-Rock, we just don't know. But you're talking about Tomac and you're talking about Webb. If Webb continues to go up, I don't think. Yeah, I kind of agree with Cole. I don't think that really matters to these guys. Now you start getting back here,
Fair.
like Hill,
Hill for sure.
he's
is
going to be
melt.
sitting on a tough block asking for a hot.
Dude, he's gonna like take a U-turn 15 minutes into that moto at the WW Ranch, and he's gonna go for the ice bath.
No, he's going to be at high point. It's going to be hot and humid.
Wow.
He's going to see a hill off in the distance. Oh, is that a shovel laying next to it? And he's going to go build the jump.
Josh Hill's gonna be up on top of it.
Yeah, and Josh is going to be up there buzzing around on his elephant.
All right, so here's the thing. Osborne is doing as good as he is. Savachi, when Savachi comes back, I really hope we get to see Savachi and Osborne go at it whenever Savachi's healthy. I really want to see that because I think those two dudes,
Are about the same.
I think they're the same, but I think what's going to happen is it's going to kind of be like it was in the days of the 250 days where those guys are going to push themselves. Osborne's not going to want to get beat by Savachi. We know Savachi doesn't want to get beat by Osborne. And it might just roll them to all the way up to the top of the bottom. Like, not win a moto, but it's going to push them because I think they feed off of each other because we know they don't really like each other. And I think that those two are
Yeah, Sebastian doesn't have a problem with it.
He says that, but he's lying his ass off.
I mean,
he
it's-
They're going to push each other.
He
as
fucking
well.
hates him.
All right, so let's get into the podium here. Roxon 2-3, obviously his
There's something.
Bro, he looked good there that
sickness
first,
yeah.
what, 25 minutes?
Yeah.
They're saying that fitness isn't there.
I don't know if it's a fitness. I don't know if it's sickness.
Do we know? Okay.
Do we know what's wrong?
Do we think
Listening
it's
to him
mental?
on the Pulp MX show talking about that sickness, that does not sound good.
Do we think it's? Do we think it has something to do with his arm still, like
No,
overcompensating,
what-
or do
so-
we think it's mental?
No, have you heard
It's
his?
haven't listened to
So
it's
his
blood and shit, dude.
his recent thing is supposedly when they had that whole Lyme thing, he had something antibiotics for it or whatever, and supposedly it has destroyed him because his body was so fucked up
What, his
from
immune
all the
system or
surgery.
whatever?
Yeah, and he's like, dude, usually I get sick once. I've been sick like 5 times this year. So that's what he's kind
his
of
immune
got
system
it.
was probably so broke down from
Yeah.
all the surgeries on the arm.
Yep.
They put something new into his body.
Yep. Yeah, he said
just-
that's what he's going on right now. He still doesn't know for sure, but that's what he's got it dialed into is like this is what they think it is now.
So I don't think he's blood doping.
No, probably not. You know what really sucks about that though is that do we? And once again, all the Tomac people are going to be like, "What the fuck?" Do we believe with the way he rode that first moto at Hangtown and where he was the first moto at Paula, Fox Raceway, whatever, that if he didn't have this sickness, would it just be like case closed 2016 Kenny's back? Because dude, the first moto, I know that he didn't pull the big gap like he did at Hangtown, but what? It was hovering around
He's
six.
smart enough to conserve it.
6 to 7 seconds up until the 25-minute mark. And I looked at the lap times, dude. He went from running 209, 209, 209 to 211, 212, 213.
And there's obviously something going on there.
We still filming?
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I'm checking.
So, are we kind of in agreement on that?
What are you doing?
I'm checking where we're at.
Are we kind of in agreement on that? That if he didn't have this sickness, and people will be like, "Oh, you guys are making excuses." Well, fine, call it that. That it would be the Kenny show right now.
It'd be a little different, yeah.
Would it be the Kenny? Because Kenny would what?
He would
Probably
still
win
have the red plate.
3 out of 4 motos by now. Because
Yeah,
he wasn't beating Tomac in that mud.
No, he'd have done what Tomac's done. Because Tomac's 3 out of 4.
And we'll get to him.
And
But I feel like
Tomac,
they try to fit
yeah,
Tomac.
we'll get to him too.
Marv though,
He looked good. He was Marv.
Should he have won that first moto?
32.
Should he have won the first moto?
Yeah.
Meh.
I think he should have.
Maybe.
I agree.
I don't
he
think
should have.
Tomac would have got around him.
I don't think so. I think if Marv would have got out front, I feel where he was mentally in that moto and he was feeling it and he knew he was tracking down Kenny, I feel that it. And I watched him, I'm like, dude, that was an uncharacteristic mistake of him sweeping wide that corner. I know he was not trying to funnel to the inside and follow Kenny, but how far you have to track out to that berm? I'm even sitting there watching, like, Eli's going to the inside and he's just going to get around him. So, no, it was a good weekend for Marv. It was a bounce back. Apparently he's dealing with an injury from Hangtown or whatever,
I
crashing.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he
Old and
messed
bro.
up his knee or something, I think, or maybe his
Not the same knee.
thigh. No, I don't think so. Maybe it was thigh or whatever.
Matilda probably had a massage.
Oh my god. Just
So is Marv once again kind of proven to us that he's just this is Marv, like Marv can win races,
best
get
thing.
second.
Best thing I've heard is out of Cooksy's mouth on that main event moto show. Best number 2 guy out there. Gets along with everybody. Well,
He doesn't want to hear that. though.
mostly everybody.
He doesn't get along with Tomac.
Good
sorry.
finishes and can win races. But it's just a number 2 guy.
I bet he wins High Point.
Yeah, or Unadilla.
Maybe. It depends. It's supposed to be hot.
Who wins Unadilla?
I mean, I know we're pretty far out. But is it supposed to be hot? Do you know?
Does it really
It
matter?
doesn't
though?
matter.
If it's not, if it's not hot, I think Kenny can beat him.
Oh, but if it's hot, you think he wins?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what he did to Tomac in that first moto
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
In the second moto, he was right there.
If it's hot, I think yes. If it's
Oh, okay,
not hot,
yeah.
I think Kenny
Well-
stands a good shot at beating him.
Let's be real, with how our summer, or going into summer has been so far, we might just be in 75-degree weather and not get a hot race until Florida.
Yeah.
The whole entire year.
Which, if that's the case,
Which Kenny, that might
yeah.
work for Kenny. Because it was a little warmer at Paula than it was at Hangtown.
Yep.
I think it was in the 80s.
Yep.
So if we're in the 70s the whole entire year, I mean, maybe that'll work to Kenny's favor. I don't know.
We'll see.
Because
Yep.
he is going to melt down at WW.
Oh yeah.
He's going to melt down at WW and probably Southwick.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
You'll be
you
riding
are.
at 125 in the sand.
All right, and let's get to our winner of the
Full lap.
450s here, Tomac. So
It was his track. There's no excuse. Like, that's not the excuse, like, why he won. He was going to win, but that was his track.
I mean, yeah, just like the ruts.
Slamming into shit, pushing into the faces deeper.
Yeah, because I was looking at some of the lines he was taking. He wasn't sweeping around. He was like just throwing it in, and like that isn't gonna work.
And he's so strong when he G's out in corners where a lot of guys, like, they'll hesitate and just kind of clutch it a little. He's so strong that he's one of the only guys that you could say, that bike stands up, he's not going with the bike. He's going to keep that bike where he wants it to go, and he's going to track through the rest of the corner. And that's just who he is. Like, this is his track. But I will say this. When he did that first moto, when he was running like 4th or 5th, and then when he tracked everybody down, he got 4 seconds on Kenny. So, like, yeah, he pulled a little bit. This isn't like last year. Like, everybody was like, oh, he was doing this and that, and I think Weege alluded to this. Last year, he could go 4 seconds a lap faster, and that'd be the fastest lap time. He went 2 seconds a lap faster, but it wasn't the fastest lap time. So this isn't a 2018 Eli. And I think for guys like Kenny and Marv, and even if you want to throw Osborne and Ando in there, Webb right now he's building, so I'm not throwing him in that. If you want to throw those guys in there, that's kind of a good thing to look at because when JT talked about it in the Racer X show, we know when he's 100%, Hurlings is the only guy that's going to beat him. We know we're not beating him. But when he's at 96, we can beat him. The fact that he didn't run away to a 15-second lead, I know he did better the second moto, but to a 15-second lead that first moto, dude, you got to think that's got to give these guys confidence. Because last year when he went all Eli beast mode, he checked out.
Yep.
Kenny could still see him at the end of that moto. Like what? Eli was going over the finish and Kenny was just starting that rhythm section.
Yeah,
That's probably like 4 seconds. What, last year that would have probably been 12 seconds at the end of the moto?
Oh, yeah.
So you got to think for these guys that it's got to be like, oh, we can manage this Tomac.
Yep.
If we're feeling it. So I don't know. I know that long term, like maybe things will change when he goes east, but I don't know. I think that this season is still very up in the air.
It
I
still
think so
is.
too.
I don't have any exact predictions in my crystal ball.
Well,
yet.
you know, everybody's like after that, they're like, oh, this is Tomac. He's won 3 or 4. He's gonna, dude. We know not so much at Thunder Valley, but High Point last year, he got beat the first moto. He got pushed to the limit the second moto. He had his bad moto at Muddy Creek. He's going to have a moto this year where he's not inside the top 10. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It's just going to happen. And I feel that if you're Kenny and Marv, I feel like right now those are the two guys that are closest. That's got to be an upside. They're like, even the fact that Kenny's been fastest qualifier has got to be like, all right, I know I'm as fast as him right now, even if I'm not 100%. Because last year he was nowhere near that. Well, I think Kenny didn't even get a fast qualifier last year, I don't think.
No.
No.
I don't think he did, because like he was usually like 2 seconds off the pace.
Yep.
Yeah, he was talking about how he has to ride a stiffer setup too. After his crashes going over the bars and all that stuff, he was like, I want to run it, but I make the team force me to run a stiffer setup.
So I'm imagining that he's probably running stiffer spring rates, but the valving is a little bit different.
Something.
And I feel that's got to be something
But
where his arms...
they're still figuring it out.
but his arms probably can't handle it if it's too soft and it's pushing through the stroke. It's probably one of those things that like if it loads up on bumps, he doesn't have the strength when it comes back around. I get that. I didn't think about that. Like that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of like with those videos when he first got back on the bike last year, like how like he was just overcompensating with his arms. So I don't know. I think this season is going to be a long season. I don't think that just because Tomac went 1-1, we knew that was going to happen. He'll probably do it, 2 more times this year?
Yeah.
Southwick.
Well, we've got
for sure.
Well, we've got next week, and then we got a week off to contemplate everything before.
Which is
we
good
set
for Kenny.
East Coast. Yep.
So
Any surprises coming out of there? Any guys you want to talk about in the bag?
dude, I think Norn has got
any horses in the bag?
No.
Dylan Merriam got top 15, I think. It's pretty good.
Like I said, there wasn't anything that really jumped out at me when I
Dean
scrolled
Ferris,
through.
top 10 the second moto.
He was 11th overall.
Yeah,
so.
top 10 the second moto. I don't think the 450 class, it's deep, top heavy, but I think this is kind of really weak as far as like from 8th on back maybe. No disrespect to Norn and Sealy and stuff, but I mean, you look at the GPs and you're like, dude, the GPs are stacked from like 1 through 15. We're like stacked from 1 through
All
7.
15 guys that show up to the GPs, it's a stat, bro.
No, the 450 class had 35
kidding,
guys.
I'm just kidding.
I know what you were doing there, you dickhead.
Just kidding.
The 250 class
What do you
had,
got? What do you got, Pizza Patrol? Woo woo! What do you got for predictions?
for Thunder Valley?
Yeah.
I'm as much as I hate to agree, I think Cooper's going to win the 250 class, and fuck you, give him that with breadsticks, bitch. Fuck. Oh, Tomac is obviously really good there. You know what? I'll go out on the limb. I'll go Marv wins Thunder Valley, but he doesn't go 1-1. I say he wins the overall. I say your boy Osborne gets on the box.
I was gonna say Osborne on the box. Does Ando make it through?
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about the altitude sickness. First moto he makes it through. He's probably shit the second moto.
Probably.
Like
He takes a shit in the
Like just pulls over, you just see,
he takes a shit during the moto.
Carmichael.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of. He's got in his pocket. He's got a joint.
Oh, yeah, well, it's legal there, you know. He'll be all right. Maybe that'll help him with his sickness.
Yeah.
Maybe he can go to the dispensary. You know.
How's my boy Joy Savachi do?
I don't know.
He's gonna be hurting.
What do you think his handicap is?
Ooh, I'm picking him. I didn't even think about
I
that
bet,
shit.
I bet he's top 10.
Damn it! I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, you think though? When is he battling with Ando, Webb, and all those guys. You think that it'll take till the WW race?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll take them a couple to get going.
Do we know when AP's coming back, by the way?
No
before
idea.
you guys
I heard its heel is way worse than I thought.
I mean, I just got to think a heel injury is pretty gnarly. Look what happened to Nico Izzy.
Dude, I think about that all the time. That was bad.
Yeah.
All right, what are you guys' predictions then?
I think Tomac wins.
1-1?
Yeah, and I'll just go with you guys with Cooper because I don't really know. I want to say AC wins it and wins the first 3 and goes into the break.
Yeah, I'm going Cooper based off of just starts.
Yeah.
And then 450 class, I'm going off the wall.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Let's hear it.
Off the wall, Blake Baggett.
Do you think he fucking rekindles
breaks Tomac?
I think he breaks Tomac.
Hey,
Goes off the wall around him.
You know what? Actually, to Cole's credit on this, that year he didn't do shit the first 2 rounds when he did the whole "I will break you." He did. He didn't do anything those first 2 rounds before Thunder Valley.
Yep.
I think you're full of shit.
Damn it.
I think you're full of shit. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Nope.
But the fact that dude,
I just want to be different.
How irrelevant has he been? Like, you
Well,
know,
it's hilarious. And the best thing I heard is like he does the same shit Tomac does. Like he's there for like a round and then he's nowhere to be seen for a couple rounds. But nobody says anything.
Okay, so if Thunder Valley doesn't happen, which it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't agree with you. When does actually we see the first sighting of the actual Blake Baggett that we
Red
all-
Bud.
You don't think he gets it?
WW.
Red
I was
Bud.
going to say High Point after the break because
Well,
last year he was the fastest guy. And
At
then
least we are all over the map.
I'm going George W. Ranch.
Oh, God.
Did he?
All right. Well, before we get too political here, this has been another episode of the
You
Moto
gonna send the
Aftermath
triple?
Show.
You're going to send that triple to Rhythm Section when they were quadding a couple years ago?
He doesn't even have a bike right now.
So
This has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings. Wrapping up round 2, Paula. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Buy t-shirts, buy stuff on Amazon. Support us on Patreon. And we will be back next week to wrap up
Lakewood!
Lakewood, Colorado.